I think we are live. We should be live. I'm not going to take too much of your time. I just thought this was a really interesting event for all crypto holders, specifically for the people holding the Trump cryptocurrency, as he basically he's been talking all day. Let me just say it like that. He's been here for just right now talking about Elon Musk perhaps buying TikTok. But in the midst of that, he also said something even way more interesting, and that is basically that when it comes to his meme coin, he really doesn't know much about it. It just came out. That's why the price just had another flash crash of sorts, about 35% down or so within minutes right here. Just wanted to quickly mention it that's basically been going down right now. If you're wondering why did the price drop significantly, mostly just because of all of that, if anybody has been wondering. But again, I don't necessarily think that's really a bad thing. I think many people are selling it off right here just to kind of be done with it. But they're perhaps slightly forgetting the idea that it doesn't really matter if Trump knows much about his coin for him to support it. Theoretically speaking, him just stating, hey, I don't really know much about it is more of an endorsement. But I am a bit afraid that most people don't know this yet. And as you can see right now, all my feed here is of people stating Trump claims he doesn't know a lot about his meme coin. Trump on his meme coin, I don't know much about it. And if a lot of people are right now going to basically, what is this feed, spread this news right now, then it could actually take us slightly lower. And the reason I like to say that is because, well, you know, even though I don't necessarily think it's such a bad idea, I don't necessarily think it's or such a bad thing for him to say that, I do believe a lot of people will pretty quickly just be like, oh, what, something along those lines. And that's why I say, hey, be a bit careful here. But you can see many people overreact very quickly when they see something of the sort or when they see prices just falling down. But ultimately, I guess him stating that he doesn't know much about it doesn't necessarily change much to me. Let me just say it like this. I am a lot less bullish on it now than I would have been just a little bit ago. But yeah, those are just my thoughts on the matter. Like, a long story short, the fact that he said, hey, I don't know much about it, wouldn't make me the most confident in his coin. It wouldn't make me buy into it at all. Even right now, I'm thinking this is actually just another chance for some people to get out, kind of. I just see here now somebody says, good, buy higher. I watched it live. He proceeded to say, but I launched it. Okay, I actually missed it. I want somebody to clip it, though. If somebody has a little clip of that or knows on which Twitter I can find it, I would definitely like to see it because I missed him saying this about his meme. Oh, let's see here real quick.
Do you intend to continue selling products that benefit yourself personally while you're president?
Well, I don't know if it benefited. I don't know where it is. I don't know much about it other than I launched it. I heard it was very successful. I haven't checked it. Where is it today?
You made a lot of money, sir.
How much?
Several $1 billion, it seems like, in the last several days.
Several billion? That's peanuts for these guys.
Okay, kind of opposite. Like a little bit, it's kind of the opposite in the sense that the fact that, the fact that he said billions, oh man, interesting, huh? Let me quickly post that video also. I guess that's why the price quickly recovered. The news hit people and then they realized, oh, he said he doesn't know much about it. But then people realized he actually just said it's basically peanuts. And then they got excited again. The fact that the president just now endorsed it again makes me kind of surprised. The fact that he didn't fully give up and he's just sticking with his gut. It's kind of funny. He's just rolling with it. I guess because he also realizes that this has been the craziest money-making opportunity in his entire life as well. He can call it small money. He can call it little. But generally speaking here, I'm going to quickly tweet it out. Confirmed. He launched. Called the billions he made off of it peanuts. That's really interesting, though. That is very, very interesting. Anyway, right now in the chat, there's a lot of speculation about what he's yet to announce, what's going to be quickly coming afterwards. I'm not too sure. But yeah, did we actually expect him to know about it himself? Actually, my theory for the most part is that Baron Trump knows a lot about it. But even if you look at Eric and all those guys, if you think about it, his entire family is filled with businessmen at the end of the day. And you already know that they know a lot about how to make a business successful in that sense. They also understand that he's 80 years old. He's not been in crypto for a long time. It's not best if he controls all those things, right? It's better for it's better for us to control it. Anyway, somebody says, hey, bro, clearly doesn't know how to work for his bags. Well, another funny thing is actually the price going down this much. Interestingly, there could be a few things. One, there could actually be a thing where if they really are sneaky, they could be shorting the living crap out of it. You know, somebody in Trump's situation, and then just let Trump say something negative, that sort, or positive. They can make a lot of money manipulating it. Because even if you say, oh, it's just a collectible of sorts, right? This is one of the most strangest manipulatable things he's got. And again, that's why when it was just asked, like, hey, you're going to make a ton of money off of that? Did you make a ton of money? Or what are your thoughts on that? Is that not bad? He's like, well, it's kind of peanuts, right? How much money did I make? Or what's going on? It was really successful, right? And he's got a point that as of this point, it is actually more successful than bad, right? We can look at this right now and say, oh, but Trump, but really, can you really state that this has been a bad thing? Like, can you state that it's done bad? It's lost people a lot of money? I mean, it has, because it went from 75 back to 40, but really, my honest thoughts is that this doesn't necessarily actually cause the Trump coin to necessarily plummet. A lot of people most likely bought this dip because the president really confirmed, right? He just fully confirmed, stating, hey, you know what? I think this has been really successful. I launched it, and the billions that we made is very little to them. I kind of think it's also in his head that this is going to reach a lot further. The only thing I'm still very much afraid of is him launching multiple different coins. Again, this just shows quickly that a lot of people are very quick to sell, very quick. I will state on the opposite side, him saying he doesn't know much about it, I think caught people on the wrong end. But luckily for us, I guess he combated it by stating, hey, but, like I just said, but it's very little money that they made thus far. Now, again, I will remind you all, be a little bit cautious with the idea that there's going to be more meme coins to launch and that this news hasn't fully circulated yet. And that on a little bit of a broader scope, it could look slightly more like this, for example. It's been going down right now, had a big crash, but then it slowly trickles down a little bit more before, again, another news spurt brings it right back up, maybe something along those lines. When did he talk about it? How long was this ago? How many minutes ago, guys? If anybody knows. But yeah, I wonder if somebody was able to snipe that freaking bottom. That is crazy. Who has the balls to buy this Trump coin at $32 after he just said, I don't know much about it, and it just dropped from 50, huh? It's down 40% in 1 hour. This has been one of the craziest meme coin stories ever, though. Anybody here in the chat hold this coin? Any of you guys holding any Trump coin? Let me see, here's the chat. And everybody, if you've not done it yet, make sure you go ahead and press the like button on the stream, because why not? We've got about 1,000 people in. Let's see here. We got about 49 likes. So everybody make sure you press that like button, because why not? Let's see here. Zig says, no chance I hold. He says, I do, not Nutsu. Holding some coins. I got a couple of coins. Please don't put in the chat how many coins you have, just because you want to keep yourself safe. A lot of people are saying no. And who here holds XRP? Let's see what type of chat we got here today. Francisco says, this smells like Pico Tap. You know the fun thing? It really doesn't, because for the most part, most people are quite sensible. A few days ago, I heard people say Trump coin will overtake Bitcoin, but right now, it's a lot less. I asked who hold XRP. There are a few people in here. And where's everybody watching from right now? Oh, a lot of XRP people, huh? I got another XRP video coming out in a little bit. I already made it, but I didn't publish it yet. Did I already post my Bank of America video? I hope I did. I think I did. Maybe I didn't. I also have another one on how much XRP do you need? People love asking me that question. Every single day, there's a ton of people asking me, how much XRP do you need? And what is XRP? It's just another cryptocurrency. But man, do a lot of people ask me that question. It is crazy the amount of people that do. It really is. Anyway, I just wanted to quickly bring to y'all's attention what was happening to Trump's coin. Because at the end of the day, there are more people right now that are watching this Trump coin than anything else in crypto. You guys got to understand it, right? This is what the crypto people are watching right now. So, and one thing you don't understand is meme coins have never been as popular as they are right now. For the most part, like I just said, because of Trump. And I still, as of this point, don't think it's going to go away. Like right now, more and more people are entering the space. Solana still has a freaking, 12-hour delay. Freaking Coinbase has gone down multiple times, not fully unfunctional, but with Solana, for example, now, because of this Trump situation. It could get way crazier than what we've seen. And I keep saying, I'm not really that bullish on Trump. I don't hold a lot of coins. But I will remind everybody that this coin could go so much higher because it's the president of the United States that just now, basically confirmed that he's the man behind it. He did officially launch it. There's no more question anymore. And this is the first time, I believe, that he really acknowledged it. So those are my thoughts. Okay, let's do a little bit of content. What coin would you like us to talk about right now? Because we talked about Trump coin just now. I'll give you my thoughts. What other coin should we talk about right here, right now? Let me quickly see what you guys are saying. Which coin? Which coin? I'll give it 30 seconds to marinate in. Give me a coin, guys. All right, there we go. So we got a couple of coins in here, huh? You guys have said what we should talk about. Okay, that was a lot of 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗏. Welcome to the channel. Became a supporter. There we go. All right, let's take a look. So I'd say most people, there's a lot of people who said Doge and Cardano. I think those are two of the most popular ones right now. Let's go take a look. We'll go with a few coins. So let's first start off with Doge. Because I'd say Doge right now, a lot of people are asking that, is, give it a second, right? Well, you guys are going crazy. But we can't talk about everything at once. Wait, did somebody just say peanuts? Did they already make a meme coin for that? Really? I guess it goes that fast, huh? Well, give it a second. Let me see. Let's see. Is there really a peanuts already? I mean, there must be a ton, but is it really doing well? Okay, at least nothing here. Let's see, last 5 minutes. What's trending? No, still Elon Trump's cat. Okay, so here's one peanuts. $30 million. Oh, no. Wait, where did it go? Here it went. No, 3 million volume. Okay, nothing too crazy. No, not even a million market cap. Nothing too significant. Somebody wants me to talk about Melania. Now, I've seen many people really excited about Melania, but I personally, from the moment that they launched it, I said, this is not one that I really like because I'm not really the biggest fan of Melania at all. I don't think she's really funny or have any opinion of her. So even if you think about it as a digital collectible of her as a stock sort of, you think she's really funny or something like that, that people will buy in because she did something cool again? Man, Trump has some of the most hilarious and craziest statements ever. If that guy says something crazy, you bet your ass this coin would do well, is my thought process. Melania, not really. So I'm not really excited about it at all. I wouldn't definitely not go for it. My personal thoughts, send it to zero is my thoughts. Trump coin, on the other hand, I think is pretty cool, pretty funny. Now, again, am I certain it's going to go up more? No, but he did officially acknowledge it, which is pretty interesting. So it's a double-edged sword. Somebody says it's bullish because Trump didn't even know it made dollars, so it was not a cash grab. Did you just try to tell me that Donald Trump doesn't know that his coin made money? If you dare to ever say that in my chat again, that you cannot understand with your perfectly healthy, I hope, brain, okay, get back to reality. Okay, some people might not know that. He didn't sell, he didn't make anything. Man, I hate you guys sometimes. Do you know how much money they made off of providing liquidity for the coin? Somebody says he just retweeted his own coin. Let's see. Yes, he again retweeted his own coin. So that is really, really funny, huh? So the price just had a big dip because of him stating, I don't know much about it. Crypto Twitter got really, really fired up. And all of a sudden, right back up there. And he just now retweeted it again. But then again, yesterday, after he retweeted it, the price also didn't really move up much. So I wouldn't count on this being the thing. It's just that he acknowledged it now officially. And I guess that's what the price is reacting to as well. Somebody says, oh, somebody just bought a ton. Yeah, people are buying this coin in with money, man, with size. Yeah, this person just sold $2 million worth as well. Worth of Trump coin just now. Let's see, here's another sizable one, $2 million as well. But this is the USDC pool, though. Okay, we could also take a look at the Solana pool. But on the USDC pool, man, people have been making money, huh? Making money, man. Look at this. Somebody made 33 mil. And this most likely is just one person with many, many wallets. So if you're thinking Trump has not sold anything, I think that's interesting. But I think the team sold a good chunk. If he gets all that money is a different question, though. He has no idea reposting that on X with make him more dollars. Okay, please tell me you guys are joking. You can't be this crazy. If you think Trump is really a demented 80-year-old, you're talking about the president of the United States that's a multi-billionaire. You think this... He doesn't even know what he's retweeting. This guy mustn't know that the coin he made just made him many millions. Okay, you're saying I'm kidding, man. I don't know anymore, man. This is... Anyway, continue on. So, to continue on, which coin again? You guys are saying, some of you guys are saying ADA and Doge. There we go. We're going to do ADA and Dogecoin first. So, with Cardano, current situation is pretty simple. They're doing a lot in January. I'm not sure what they've already done and what they still have planned. Right now, $1, relatively quite cheap if you compare it to Bitcoin or ETH throughout the same period. Cardano was $1 all the way back then, years back. Hasn't really gone up since. If you think about it, it's quite... early in this life cycle, or in the cycle still. Got a lot of gains to come if they can get back on that traction, which basically is where XRP, XLM, and all the dinosaur coins go crazy. So yeah, every single time right now, they seem to all go at the same time. Check Grass. I hate Grass because I forgot to claim my airdrop. So unless Grass ever comes up to me and starts paying me or something for all the money I missed out on, screw them, because it was my own mistake, by the way. But no, I'll never talk about Grass now. Yeah, Henry says, Joe Dusty, just got off of work. What happened? Hope you're good, bro. I'm good. All we covered is just Trump coin doing some crazy shenanigans. He just talked about his own meme coin. I'll just quickly play it once more, just for all the people that missed it, because we're already a little bit further.
Do you intend to continue selling products that benefit yourself personally while you're president?
Well, I don't know if it benefited. I don't know where it is. I don't know much about it other than I launched it. I heard it was very successful. I haven't checked it. Where is it today?
You made a lot of money, sir.
How much?
Several $billion, it seems like, in the last several days.
Several billion? That's peanuts for these guys.
That's really funny. He's got a good point, though. That really, it is kind of little, if you think about it, it is kind of little money in the grand scheme of things. I don't think he made billions of dollars just quite yet, because again, from what? Just because it hit billions doesn't mean he made billions. But yeah, besides that. Anyway, a lot of people are saying render. Why render? I mean, render is one of those coins that does really, really well in the bull and will most likely just continue that course, but it's completely dependent on the AI wave hitting. So right now, for example, this entire sector, render, BitTensor, so Tau, FET, even some other ones like Injective, etc., they kind of move in a similar sort of pace, where if AI and the AI narrative do well, but even coins like in the newer area of AI agents, for example, like virtuals, they most likely all do well when that narrative just hits. Slightly different way you go to the sentient ones, the AI bots, or agents, I should say, like themselves, as A16Z or AIXBT. Those kind of go along with the Twitter sentiment as well. But rendering coins, they have their time. Right now is not the time. Right now has been the Trump time and meme time again, but just mostly the bigger memes, the country memes. Yeah, I wouldn't say these are in the best spot. Somebody says Gala. The negative thing about Gala at this point, if you think about it, is that gaming has been super, super low. Nobody gives a crap about gaming the last few weeks to months. So there's not really a good reason to be excited about Gala on the short term. Mostly if you're buying into Gala Games, I'm presuming you're talking about here, then you're buying in with the idea of a longer term, right? You're buying in because it will keep doing well, most likely, over a longer term scale, or that you're buying it at a really undervalued spot. Those are my thoughts on that matter. So is it one of my biggest holdings? No. Similarly with Beam, man. Beam is in a similar spot. Oh, I'm lagging like crazy. I don't know. I still don't know. Like, every connection seems solid. I was going to say, same for Beam, though. It's in a similar sort of spot, where if gaming pops off, it makes sense. But right now, no. Brother, did you see the XRP wallet created by the U.S. Reserve today? Sorry, the spam, just wanted an opinion. Yeah, that's fake, my friend. I covered it in a video today. The creators of Trump Coin hold or held 80%, which was 800 million coins at 42 billion market cap. That's 33.6 billion. So a few things. One, just because it's worth it doesn't mean they made that, because you could say the same about XRP, right? There right now are 50 billion tokens in lockup. They're not in circulation. Doesn't mean Ripple made 150 billion right there. It just means they have it in their control, for example. But the opposite side of that is also, if you think of Trump's coins, he has a plan for those coins. So just because he has them in his control right now doesn't mean they don't go to certain people. Shiba Inu? Shiba Inu has been the most stupid meme of this season. Shiba Inu used to be so hyped up and so exciting last cycle, but right now nobody seems to talk about it. It's one of the most slowest moving meme coins in the entire space right now. So can Shiba Inu do well? I've said it before, right? This cycle, I think a coin like 𝗵𝗵𝗄 will actually overtake coins like Shiba Inu. But I will tell you that with memes that are huge, you definitely really don't know what's going to cause the next spurt. But with the Department of Government Efficiency, Doge actually being made, and Dogecoin not going up crazy, that first of all shows me it's not peak euphoria. And also partially that coins like Doge, coins like Shiba, they're not in a good spot right now. Nobody gives a crap about them right now. Hey, it could be soon though, but right now, it doesn't seem to be the thing. How many bots are in your chat? You're basically talking to robots, bar a select few. If you're talking about the YouTube comments, it's hard. If you're talking about this, it could be. But I think for the most part, if they're talking about normal coins, I don't think they're bots. How do we check for bots, guys? What do we do? Where are you guys all watching from? Let's see. Or should we ask a more difficult, more a what could a bot not answer? Should we do like a calculation of sorts? Thoughts on Trump at the moment or next month? If you're talking about Trump coin, we'll talk about it in a second. If you're talking about Trump as a person, okay, let's see here. Yeah, so this person looks fake. This guy. I'm not a bot. I'm just a number. Kevin LeBlanc doesn't look fake. Here we go. A little like. Anyway, so let me quickly tackle this one, huh? Thoughts on Trump at the moment or next month? I think the coin could still do well. I'm just saying, openly honest with you. It's kind of going to act like a stock for Trump. So people will buy it if he says something cool. They will sell it if he says something stupid. If he says something controversial or something good about crypto, the price will most likely move. Could it go to $100 plus? It definitely could. Will it happen? Well, it's going to depend, I think, for 99.9%, just about whatever Trump says in his speeches. So if you're wondering, hey, how's the price doing? What's going to happen? TA, I don't think it's going to matter because you have so many insiders that are hard selling, but the price can completely overcome any of that depending on what Trump says. Raise your hand if you're a bot. Let's see. Dusty, what's up? Come on, Dusty. 𝗬𝗪𝗀. I don't hold any 𝗬𝗪𝗀. I don't even know what it does. 𝗬𝗪𝗀, isn't that also another one you get for free? I'm a bot, guys. There we go. Can I invest $50 into a meme coin and come up? I'm not sure what you mean. If you mean if the money can go up, I mean, if you invest something, it could become worth more, sure. What about Trump coin XRP was now more than $4? Also, the other altcoins, a lot of liquidity is out of the crypto space. The crypto world with chance, it will begin. Without the Trump coin, XRP was now more. So you're saying if the Trump coin didn't get launched, other coins would have had more liquidity, so they'd be up more. Yeah, that's the negative side about but big cryptos launching. They take some of the other money away. But it has a good part. That money usually redistributes itself, and ultimately it is a net positive event on the longer term. On the short term, sometimes no. On a longer term, yes. Why am I saying that? Well, because even though a lot of money gets taken from other coins, more money gets taken from like the traditional space, like from fiat. Do you see Pepe going to $1? No. Never. Oh, he says, sorry if I look fake. Just copy and paste because I'm curious what you think about this. President Trump announces $500 billion AI investment. Maybe bullish on AI coins? Yeah, for sure. But I think with AI coins, you can't fully predict when they go on a run. It's just like a cascading effect, time and time again, though. But even the most bullish things have been announced for AI in the normal space that has not transferred over into AI coins doing well. So it's kind of a funny thing where even if he announces that, it's going to still take some time for that to reflect over into excitement for crypto AI coins because they're not necessarily one-to-one related. All we said before is that if the altcoin season really starts, even though it could have started already with Trump coin now being the start of it, could be. But if it really goes on, it could be that AI does better based on some of the bigger investments and bigger things that have happened right here. Like, for example, as you just stated, this massive investment into AI coins by that. Vchain Thor is pumping. I don't know why. I didn't check it out. Let's see. What did you say? Kekius Maximus to Mars. Elon memes send it. Elon memes. So you're pumping your own bag, huh? Oh, smart of you to do that. Sanzora says, I'm a bot, just sub. Nice channel. Great feedback. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. What do you think of Sui? It's a new coin with relative low market cap for a layer one. No, that's very untrue. I don't know how you ever got to that idea. That is a crazy statement, my friend. Did I really just read that? It's a relatively new coin. Relative, sure. But it's low for being a layer one. No, it's the 13th biggest cryptocurrency in the entire space. It's at $14 billion. With fully diluted FTV at almost 50 billion. You think this is a small coin? No, incorrect. What? You know what's funny about Jasmy? Every single time the market starts moving upwards, the amount of people asking about Jasmy is insane. I have no idea what it does. All I know is that people buy in like crazy, and they all ask, oh, Jasmy, 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 only when things are good. I love when people say Xcoin just dumped, like the entire market didn't just dump with it. Fair. But if you're only holding one thing, obviously that's way more interesting to you. What do you think about Litecoin? I have a lot of Litecoin, but I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a big fan. Mostly because if you think about it, Litecoin has no purpose. The founder sold everything a few years back. I'm not sure if that was 2018 cycle or the 2021 cycle. But I remember, what's his name again? Charlie Lee, I believe. He used to be such a big part of the space, man. I used to watch every single tweet of his. And then I realized he sold everything. He says, there's no real point in it anymore. He says, I'll buy back at the bear, I think. But I don't know, man. So I think if you buy a Litecoin right now in big old 2025, you got to have a really good reason as to why. Because if the founder ain't with it, Where do you see ETH and XRP going? Oh, that's always a tough question, man. That's always a really, really tough question. I get it every single day. People ask me that. But with XRP, just made a video. I made one just now. It's not up yet, but I made it. Talking about how high I think the price could go. I still think it can go significantly higher. When it comes to, let me quickly grab something. When it comes to ETH, I first said maybe 10, 12,000. I still stand by that. I think it's on the low end, but ETH has been really skipped this cycle, whereas usually Bitcoin goes first and then ETH goes pretty quickly afterwards. And so I put my targets a bit lower. Just like how with Solana, I had $1,000 like a few months back, but right now I put my target slightly lower because with Trump endorsing Solana like this, but the price not cracking 300, I'm thinking what could be bigger. So I put my Solana target also slightly lower than 1,000, and ETH instead of 20,000, I put it more towards 10,000 as well. Somebody says Vchain Thor did a 200x. I don't know. Where do you live, brother? Take it easy, man. Oh, damn. ETH's been so quiet. Yes, it has been. What AI coin are you bullish on? Ah, man, there's too many. There really is too many. Because they follow the Litecoin ETF and it might get approved just for the sake of proving a point, I don't give a crap about what they launch. The thing is also, I don't care about not making money on many coins. So what I mean with that is I might see 1,000 different coins that all do well and I don't hold any of them. I don't mind. Even Trump coin, I told you just now, right? I'm not the biggest holder. I don't care. You think it's a big thing? I can watch it go up a ton and not even make millions of dollars off of it and still be very happy. I don't mind. And just like with this Litecoin thing, I hope you guys make billions of dollars. I really do. But I don't care if it goes up. I'm not buying any Litecoin ever. I will never buy Litecoin in my life. I still hold a bunch in my ledger from minimum 8 years ago. But I'll probably never sell it all. So I'll just keep it for the fun of it. But I remember, for example, 20 Litecoin being a very big thing. I don't know what it's worth, for example. But now I think, what is Litecoin worth? $100 a piece, maybe? I'm not sure anymore. But Litecoin used to be the thing. You always used to have Bitcoin, ETH, sometimes XRP, and always Litecoin. Always Bitcoin and Litecoin because Litecoin is the better, faster version. But I guess maybe when things changed when Bitcoin Cash came around as well. Maybe. People want a rundown of what they missed. Well, the most important thing, I'll replay it once more because we got to do that every few minutes, right? Every 10 minutes you got to represent the news. Trump basically was asked about his Memecoin, and I'll show it once more just for good measure.
Do you intend to continue selling products that benefit yourself personally while you're president?
Well, I don't know if it benefited. I don't know where it is. I don't know much about it other than I launched it. I heard it was very successful. I haven't checked it. Where is it today?
You made a lot of money, sir.
How much?
Several $billion, it seems like, in the last several days.
Several billion? That's peanuts for these guys.
So you talked about the letter from President Biden.
That's pretty funny. I like Trump, man. He's a funny guy. Which, again, I think will reflect back on his chart. Every single time he says something funny, there's a good chance that will reflect back into the price. So another interesting thing that I often hear is this guy says, hey, what do you do outside of crypto? Do you run any other businesses? I'm curious because I'm looking for alternatives when the bull run ends. So one thing I think a lot of people underestimate perhaps is, I guess, how crazy a bull run really can get. And for the most part, if your goal is not to just be done, because what are you talking about when you talk about alternatives when the bull run ends? And bull run ends in that sense. So I've often described here in my videos, even today I described it, what are you selling for? What are you selling to? So the reason I've not sold a lot of my crypto ever, for example, Bitcoin, I will probably never sell. It's because I don't really see the point, unless I'm going to buy back in. But then at that point, what's the business going to do, right? It's not that I don't have any businesses or have any other things. It's not what it's about. It's just the part of when the bull run ends, I'm looking for something else. I think for some people, their goals are maybe realistic but low. And for others, their goals are just way too low. Because for me, maybe it's also because I really believe in what we preach here and what we buy. A lot of people are just here for the money, but I really believe in the space. And so when you think of something else, if it's crypto related, I get you. If it's not, then it's maybe a bit of a waste, I'd say. Because this, again, think about, let's say I have let's say I have $100,000. Where am I going to put my money into? Well, in this case here, if somebody asked me what is one of the best ROI, or I should say R to R, risk reward investments they can make, not financial advice, I'd say crypto. So then we go to number 2. So we put the 100,000 in. Now it becomes 1 million. Now we take it out. Bam, we have it in dollars. Now what? Well, if you have any immediate debt, you have any very important things to buy, you have a house, a car, maybe 5 cars, maybe 10 houses, right? So you got some bases. You got a house in every country you like. You have a car or 2 cars in every place you like. You've got that settled. You got a couple of watches. You got a couple of wives. You got your basics sorted, right? You're $5 million deep. Bam. Okay, now what? You've made another $1 million. Now what? Like, yeah, but I got to run multiple businesses. But you kind of already have everything. You have the houses, you have the cars, you have everything you wanted maybe. You have enough money already on the side for your entire life. Now what? Now you're looking to really generate more wealth over time. Some people say, yeah, but start a business. Yeah, but business is still risk, right? So then the opposite is, yeah, but the alternative investments. So you want to go for stock market, but then a lot of us are saying, well, stock market's cool, but crypto is basically that but better. Or it's basically a better opportunity risk reward wise. And so I keep thinking, yeah, you could go cash it all out and go for stocks or a car shop. But ultimately, for me, it always comes back to the idea of, nope, I think really if we're talking about best investments, not about where to go with your money, I'm talking about best investments, crypto is, in my opinion, one of the most interesting pieces to go for. You're asking me, what is my opinion about the VThor token? The thing is, as far as I understand it, VThor is just Vchain's gas token, right? It's pretty stupid to speculate on it. I mean, I don't know why anybody would basically buy it like that. I mean, the price apparently did plus 200% today. Don't know why. I'd have to check it out. I really don't know. I also have no idea what anybody would ever buy VTHO. No idea. To use as gas or something like that, maybe. But it could be that I don't know. Maybe to get yield on. But I forgot, man. It's been a long time since I used Vchain or anything related. While Vchain is the native token, VThor plays an essential role in overall functionality. Vchain Thor represents the cost of using the Vchain Thor blockchain. Its primary purpose is to facilitate processes and transactions on the blockchain, and is essentially representing the smart contract layer of the network. Yeah, so I guess maybe the more that Vchain gets used, the more VThor gets used. But I'm not so sure how that works yield-wise, because I thought there was a pretty high yield on that. If there is, that's kind of meh. If there's not, then I guess maybe you're buying it because you're expecting VThor or I should say Vchain to get a lot of usage, and they have to buy VThor for that. But I still have some VThor probably somewhere in a deep vault, but I'm not a big fan of Vchain anymore. Like, let me say it like this. Vchain as a concept, I don't like as much anymore. Vchain as a coin, and whether or not it can go up, I think they're in a good spot. You get that drift? So if you asked me 5 years ago, I would have said Vchain is the freaking coin, man. But recently, I came across one of the co-founders of Vchain, and he told me a whole story about it, and I realized, you're kind of right. If we're talking about what cryptos really are on top of the top, Vchain, I don't think is ever going to be a top 10 coin, or I should say a top of the top. Let's say top 3, top 5, or something like that. It will most likely stay quite high, but it's because of that nostalgia. It's still one of those dinosaur coins. If you think about it, it could just stay around here, do well in bull runs and da. But it's not one of the ones that's going to overtake everything and be the best of gainers. I still hold Vchain because every single time XRP, Algo, and the rest go, it also keeps going. It's one of those old ones that just keeps gaining. But I wouldn't necessarily be a Vchain maxi if you get my drift. But that's just me, though. I still have more Vchain than a lot of other people, so don't get me wrong. But it's not, my number one biggest coin anymore. If you asked me years ago, I thought it was one of the most exciting ones. But right now, it's less exciting. ETH, thoughts on ETH? ETH is cool. If you're using the protocol, you're getting yourself some juicy returns. Pretty amazing. Algorand is awesome. Every single run they do amazing. There's something to be said about their advancements. But in terms of, again, risk-reward, I think it's pretty cool. Somebody said something else that I thought was interesting. Is the fact that all of you are talking about crypto in terms of selling after the bull for money just shows that all of your coins are scams, just stack sats. He's got a solid point. If you actually are thinking of selling your coins and you're not thinking of buying them back to get more of the coin, then you're essentially saying that the coin will probably go to zero. There's a counter to that, which is there is an opportunity cost, right? If you're holding a coin and it goes up times 5, but other coins go times 10, you wasted that 2x, so to speak. And so essentially, this is not fully true. It doesn't necessarily mean they are a scam. It could just be that they are less likely to go up, or I should say they go up less than the other coin, or go down more than something else. Because essentially, if you're selling it to buy back cheaper and buy more coins, that's still valid, right? Or if you're selling it because you think another coin will do better, like in a bull run, you're selling Bitcoin for altcoins, that also still works. But interesting thought process. Filecoin, yeah, medium. AIOS, amazing. I love them, in my opinion. There's another one that I thought was interesting. What about Jupiter? Man, if Trump launches more tokens, Jupiter will do well. Dusty, token on the XP Ledger? Never bought a single one, I think. Maybe I did, but I don't think so. XDC. XDC is awesome as well. Trump retweeted. Yes, we saw. Even Memecoin is pump or not. Not sure what you mean. Thoughts on Lightchain AI? I have no thoughts on that. Polkadot, stupid, I think. Polkadot was cool last cycle. Right now, I don't know what they're doing. Have you ever heard of something on Polkadot? Oh, wow, powered by Polkadot. No, never. I don't know. I literally have not seen anything Polkadot related in like many, many months. Tell me one project that runs on Polkadot. Tell me one interesting thing. Zero. I don't know anything. You're right from a certain point. There are no interesting options for what to do with the money. I was asking because my net worth is a lot less, so I also focus on businesses. Yeah, fair, man. Q&T? Yeah, Quant is pretty cool. All those are dinosaur coins. Those are old coins that really haven't done that much as of late, but people just buy in because of nostalgia reasons, and because a lot of people don't quickly sell those. That's another funny thing. A lot of those coins, they do really, really well because people are not eager to sell. And that's a very big part of why a coin can be successful, because people don't have that propensity to just click the sell button. Whereas with a lot of memes, it's more PvP. How high do you think Bitcoin will ever go? Tens of millions? Maybe hundreds of millions over time? I mean, ever is way too broad. If you ask me more like a 25, 30-year scope. By the way, I'll still remind everybody, even though I always am a very big fan of altcoins, I think Bitcoin still is the most certain bet you'll ever have. And that is the thing that many people don't like me talking about. But it's just a matter of, I can see a negative side on every single coin. I can see why they might not do well and why. The only coin that I really am, in my head, 99.99% certain of is Bitcoin. Every other coin has a little bit more of a downside, right? Ethereum, I'm quite certain will survive and do well, but has some downsides. XRP, I'm quite certain will do well, but it has many downsides. Solana, it has some very good sides, but has some very bad sides. And you can kind of go on with every coin in this list, where they have a couple of really big downers. Bitcoin has some downs, sure. But for the most part, in my opinion, it's like a guarantee. So, not officially, right? Not on record, but in my own head, it's guaranteed to be extremely successful. I basically see every single Bitcoin I buy right now as just a 99% discount for where it eventually will be. XRP downsides, what are you saying? Well, essentially, you're with XRP, a very easy downside to think of is that you're not getting all the benefits of Ripple. So to some extent, Ripple might prioritize Ripple over XRP. Even though you say, yeah, but Ripple has a ton of XRP, so they'll do their best. True, they'll do their best. But to some extent, in some instances, it's better to buy Ripple stock than XRP. If you're thinking of, yeah, but Ripple does that. Some of them will not include XRP's benefits. Another part might be that there's one party controlling a ton, right? Ripple has a ton of influence. You might say it's not as decentralized as you'd like. Again, you could say, no, these are not really downsides. Maybe not to you. And again, there's a 99.9% chance I have more XRP than you do. So don't count this off as being overly negative here for no reason. It's just to name downsides. With Bitcoin, a downside could be we don't know who founded it. Could be a downside. And you can name, so for any coin, you can name downsides. Which is why you should always do your own due diligence. You should always do your own research. And you should always estimate for yourself, hey, is this worth me buying into? Am I going to get afraid if something like this gets exposed ever? Something like that. You guys saying Trump coin pumping again? Yeah, it's doing really, really well, man. So I guess people just saw that news and they're like, you know what? I guess he acknowledged it, so we're buying back in. And they sold off initially because of that fear of Trump saying, I don't know much about it. Have you heard of Pi Network? Man, people still on to Pi Network, huh? Dusty, you are so ignorant. Sure. Keep it up. All good. But you can explain why instead of just insulting somebody. But hey, let's get it. Let's get it done. Would you sell coins like these to grab less risky coins like these? I have some coins with small losses I'm thinking of trading. So, yeah, no, not. I mean, Say has done really well where times where a lot of other coins have not done anything. Cosmos, you're betting on the ecosystem popping off again. It's not done that. But again, these are completely different sectors, right? First of all, you're buying coins that are, I'm not sure if you mean XPR or XRP, by the way, different coins. But you're buying into coins that are way higher up with a higher, I'd say, or I guess less risk and less reward. Theoretically speaking, any of these coins could do way better because they're marginally or significantly smaller. Then again, all of these are more of an uncertainty, whereas these, I think, have a way higher chance of doing really, really well. But then again, would you sell them to buy the other ones? It could be that you're literally going to sell the bottom to buy other coins that have done really, really well already, where you right now with these could be at the start of the run. With these, you could be at the end of the run. I'm just saying you could be. If you had to sell it a specific month in 2025 and you can't know the price, what month would it be? I've explained that all in my How to Cash Out videos. Man, a lot of you guys are just new here for the first day, huh? I've talked about every single question here many, many times. You seem down today? What's up? Not really. It's about 4 a.m. Not necessarily very down. Just maybe middle of the night again. I don't know. Oh. Let's see. I wish time would move faster. I just don't want to get old faster. Yeah, and then we have that all, huh? Don't we all have? He says he doesn't want to get old fast. Yeah, I get that. I very much get that, my friend. Let's see. I still am interested, by the way, in what his comment was about. You're so ignorant. Don't take this guy's word. Deep dive. About what? I really wonder. This is just personal curiosity at this point. How much money we make in this cycle, Dusty? What kind of returns percentage-wise are you hoping for? So I've made a video on that. It's coming out in a few hours. But if I had to explain my thought process, it's like this. Most people will be able to turn their, let's say, $1,000 into $10,000 over a cycle. But the more money you have, the more difficult it becomes to multiply. And the more time you have, which is a direct opposite, most likely, of the amount of money you have. Mostly the more amount of time you have, the less money you have as well. But I say the more time you have, the more you can multiply, which again is why it's like a double thing, right? Most people have more money and less time, or I should say then, more money, less time, or they've got a ton of time and also way less money. It's easier to multiply less amounts of money, but it's easier to make money once you have money. But I'm talking about percentage-wise. Obviously, if you have $1 million, it's easier to make $10,000 than if you have $10,000, you're trying to double it. Obviously true. But on the opposite side, percentage-wise, to double your money, if you only got 10 grand, it's way easier. Even with these freaking meme coins, man. To some extent, you could just get lucky once. You bought the Trump coin, you have 3x your money. Now with Trump coin, that was huge. So anybody could have done it, even with $1 million. But with a lot of other coins, if you think about it, with a lot of other coins, you couldn't have made so much money on it. For example, if a small meme coin launches and liquidity is like freaking 800K, you can't pop $2 million in, right? It will wreck the entire balance. With Trump coin, you could have, but most of the time you can't. So if we're talking about a 10x on like $5,000, it's way easier. Think about it. Is Trump going to go back up? It very well could. I mean, it's up, back up. I'm not sure what you're talking about. If you're talking about the top, then again, if you believe in a coin like Trump coin, I think the best way to go about it is to buy your way down. If you believe in it, that is, huh? Because then, generally speaking, it's quite hard to lose. But if you do not believe in it at all, I mean, every single time thus far, it's bounced back off of this like $30-ish area. It's kind of bounced back off of there slowly but surely. And people are right now stating that it will go to all those prices. I don't know if it will. All I'm saying is if you believe in it, even if you bought the Pico top, you should most likely have just been bottoming out or I should say buying the bottom. For example, getting yourself to an average price of maybe like 40 or so, which right now you might be up 10% or might be about equal. Pantera Capital, okay, a lot of my friends are in Pantera Capital, is heavily invested in DOT and 6 of individual projects inside Polkadot ecosystem. Sure. How many investments did Pantera do? A lot. Who gives a crap? It doesn't matter what one capital or even 10 capitals put their money into. Before, for example, it used to be a solid base. Hey, Coinbase Ventures is in. Everybody buy. Nowadays, no. Coinbase Ventures being in or Binance doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get a listing anymore anyway. So it can be a nice indicator. But just because Terra bought or they're investing in a certain ecosystem doesn't mean it will do well. First of all, they could be wrong. And second of all, they might be trying to push it to make a ton of money, but it might not work. Pancho says, golden times ahead, boys. Yeah, I kind of feel like that's the truth, though. I'd say I agree with that. What do you think about Cardano, Dusty? I just talked about it already. Bitcoin will crash hard in 3 weeks, somebody says. Okay. Very nice to know why. Why you guys think that. Do you have a position on SUI? Yeah, I hold a lot of SUI. I think SUI would do really, really well. How much do you think somebody needs to make to live comfortably in Dubai? Depends really on how you want to live, man. I feel like maybe make like $6,000 so you could be fine. If you make like $10,000, you can live pretty good. I'd say that. $6,000, you're fine. Even if you make like $2,000 a month, you could live, but comfortable, no. I wouldn't say that. I'd say comfortable starts maybe like 4.5 at comfortable. And then where you could be comfortable, but not, overly comfortable. Maybe at 6, you get more comfortable. And then at like 10, you get normal comfortable. Really, really good. Because the funny thing is, people compare it to like other places. Like, oh, Dubai is so expensive. No, it's not. It's relatively almost the same as a lot of other places if you go to the capital. I was in Denmark a few days ago. You realize, hey, this capital is similarly expensive, if not more expensive for many average things. Because Dubai has very cheap labor. So in that sense, your apartment can be really expensive. Can be, for example, dollar terms, $9,000 a month. But the same could be done in New York, for example. You can get a $27,000 a month apartment. But you can also just get a $2,000 one a month, if you get my drift. So that's why I'm saying, depends on how you like to live your life. If you like roommates, you can have a $600 rent, right? As an example. And you can cook food. I'm not sure, you don't have to get a cook. You don't have to order in every day. Maybe it's only going to be, 300. I don't know how much groceries cost in that sense. Maybe it's only going to cost you $500 a month, maybe something like that. Maybe you can make do with $2,500 a month if you get my drift, right? You get some roommates. You cook every day. You don't do many fun activities. What do you find comfortable? Hard to say. Let's see. What are your targets you think Bitcoin will hit in the next bear market? I've not really thought too much about how low I think it will go because I think it mostly depends on how high it's going to go this time around. What are your top 3 holdings and why? XRP 1, Bitcoin 2, Ethereum 3. And this is shifted. Somebody says, why'd you leave the USA? I'm not an American. What do you mean? I was not born in the USA. What are your thoughts on Litecoin tokens? I have no idea. How much of your portfolio is SOL? I wouldn't know, but I'd say SOL might be 5th or 6th in the portfolio. Maybe 5th. Because I don't think it's 4, but I don't know what is 4. I have a couple of other coins that I had a lot of money into. Like MNT, I have a lot of money into. What else is there? Hey, you guys are saying Ross just got pardoned. I wonder how Trump's going to react to that. How is his coin? He already got pardoned? Really? All right, big day for crypto, huh? Wow. So I guess that's the first executive crypto order he signed. I'm going to say first crypto order has been signed. Sort of. Ulbricht has been pardoned. How do you spell his name? I'm gonna guess you spell his name like this. Ulbricht. Ulbricht. I'm gonna guess that's right. It's not really a crypto order, but he's in jail for a crypto thing, so I guess it's kind of a good step. What's this?
I will commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht to a sentence of time served.
The people are happy. President Trump has signed the order commuting Ross Ulbricht's sentence. It has not yet been published, but it could come imminently. But here it says, was just granted a full and unconditional pardon by Donald Trump. Cannot express how grateful we are. Man, that guy must be having a wonderful time right now. I'm wondering how much Elon Musk pushed for that as well. And I guess at the end of the day, part of it was just because he made that promise, but also part of it was, I'm thinking, because at the end of the day, his sentence, I don't want to call it his sentence, but I was going to say, his sentence was an interesting one, right? Very hefty one. Who is Ross? So there was this marketplace called Silk Road. And it was basically a thing on the dark web where you used crypto to buy and sell things. For the most part, you could just buy, let's say, illegal substances on there, right? Or you could hire a plot for murder. Mostly just you buy some stuff. You could even buy like tables and stupid things, but you could also buy illegal things, if you get my drift. A lot of illegal money was going through there. And so the founder was eventually arrested after a long time, by the way. He was one of the OGs in crypto that took his money. He's probably still freaking rich somewhere, though, right? I get. We can look up how much they took from Silk Road. How much was seized from Silk Road? Let's see. So apparently, roughly 26,000 Bitcoin. At the time, only $3 million. Right now, obviously, significantly more. Ooh, that's kind of funny. Man, that must hurt to lose 26,000 Bitcoin, huh? That's an interesting one. Man, can you just think about that? Wow. Just losing 2.6 billion schmeckles, I think. Anyway, so yeah, he was arrested. He's already been sitting there for a couple of years. Why did he get arrested, you might ask? Well, because he controlled the marketplace. And he basically said, well, if you think about it like Facebook Marketplace, I don't control who buys and sells, right? I'm just a facilitator of it. I just host a platform. And they kind of disagreed. They said, no, you're basically like a drug lord. And there's a little bit of a story more behind that. But Ross has been freed, yeah. Don't do the maths. You already know. Right? Man, doing these things on camera can be extremely difficult. Just know, I'm extremely good at mathematics. But if you got to do these things on a camera and there's pressure on you, I fumble the bag, all right? Completely. All right, so what did I miss? Been asleep? Mostly that Trump talked about his meme coin. Ross just got pardoned. How many billions or trillions do you think will be sunk to the crypto by USA and other foreign nations during the Bitcoin reserve start? Let's see. You fold like a chair. Sometimes I do, man. The reason I'm saying we'll see, I don't know, is because it also depends on how heavy they're going to go about it, man. But we're going to see it most likely in the next few weeks or months. There's almost nothing I can tell you in terms of a number. It could literally just be $2 billion. It could be, but again, we're talking about the start, day one, or we're talking about many, many years or months. The Dusty token is yours? No, I have no token. I have nothing. Do you own any ICP? Yeah, but nothing too sizable. The thing with ICP that I think is quite peculiar is a lot of people push it so hard, but I don't really fully get why. Like, nobody's ever come to me and explained it to me, except for BitBoy, like maybe 2 years ago or something. He came to me and says, no, they're manipulating ICP. You don't understand. He shook me like, no, this is all a big lie. Which made me think about it. But then afterwards, I never heard a thing about ICP anymore. And now the only guy that's pushing it like crazy is like KSI. But for the rest, I never hear anybody talking about this stuff. Where do all the seize crypto go? Mostly just to the government, yes. They got mad because they couldn't control the market he created. Partially, I think because I'm not sure if he also did not want to give up data. I'm not so sure on that, by the way. But maybe they already got that data from him. But I think also a big part is that they didn't know where the funds went, right? He didn't fully know the details of it because if they used Monero for a lot of the parts, so illegal things could go through, they couldn't catch all the people involved. Yeah, I understand you getting angry as a government. Here it says $6.5 billion from the Silk Road. There it says 26,000 initially. So maybe eventually it actually became worth more. The total number seems to be more along the 7 billion mark. Fed's cleared to sell the... Wait, wasn't this the announcement that came out like last week? Yeah, you can see 9th of January. Remember that just a week or two ago, they got the green light to sell all the seized Bitcoin? And people said, no, use it to build a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And they were like, no, we're going to sell it. But I'm not sure if they actually sold it or not. I don't think they did. And I think this guy also, when he got arrested, how old was he, right? Maybe 28, something like that. Extremely young. Let's see. Let's see when he got arrested. Ross Ulbricht, age. He's right now 40. He was arrested in 2013. So let's say about 10 years younger. Let's just say 28. Right now, ripe age of 40 years old, huh? And he made it in 2013. Life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, plus $183 million worth of fines. That's pretty funny. Oh, man. 180 million in fines, huh? If just life in prison wouldn't be enough. Huh. And man, it was already everywhere that Trump failed. And then Elon Musk and a couple of others came out to say, no, he will still do it. He'll be pardoned. Just give it some time. And I mean, they did come through. Somebody says, what's your opinion on Ultima? I don't even know what it is. So what did Trump say today? He said a lot, but nothing really too important except for just talking briefly about his own coin, which is why the price crashed and then recovered pretty quickly afterwards. Vtor was listed on Upbit in South Korea. Vchain is a huge sleeper, Dusty. I don't think Vchain is a sleeper, but Vtor getting listed in South Korea could have done indeed wonders for the price. South Korea is a crazy market, man. It really is. Somebody says 100K for a home deposit, down payment, or buy XP. Man, that's my sign to get out. Guys, hopefully enjoyed the stream here real quick. I just wanted to quickly talk about the Trump situation. It's been an hour, though. I'm going to head out. If you guys have not done it yet, make sure you press that like button right now. Why not? You've got nothing to lose. But more importantly, put that notification bell on, because if something crazy happens, as you saw right now, I'll be here with another stream. So you can definitely put that notification bell on if you want to. But yeah, I'll see you guys again in another crypto update, hopefully here shortly, depending on what happens. But another few videos are going to be coming out. One is how much XRP do you need to become rich, or whatever thing you want me to say right there. And some other cool stuff is coming. So yeah, thank you guys all so much for stopping by, saying hi. And that was about it for the stream right now, because I think we've covered everything, for right now at least.